Social awareness in game, it is really important. It is possibly one of the most valuable skills that you can have, is having the ability to have empathy for other people and try to at least put yourself in their shoes and feel how they might be feeling around you. Now, a lot of gamers that have been in the community a long time, they tend to spam approach and be uncalibrated, and after a while what happens is they burn out that social awareness that they really should be having. Now, I want to talk about that today for obvious reasons, but before we kick it off, I'm Dave and this channel is dedicated to giving you no BS, novel dating advice from a modern man. Top link is in the description to check out my website and to get some coaching with myself. So, as you can see, the last week or so, I'm over here in Asia. You can also see I was hanging out with a guy that does a lot of kind of spammy approaches, and if you notice yourself getting bad reactions all the time, if you notice that if you do an approach and you have lots of quote-unquote cock blockers jumping in extreme cases, if a security guard or someone working in a store ever stops and talks to you, if a bouncer comes up to you and says, "Hey, look, can you stop approaching girls here?" You probably are lacking in social awareness. Now, the point I'd like to make, the main point is, if you don't have social awareness, you won't be socially aware enough to know that you don't have any social awareness. It's like the saying, crazy people don't think they're crazy, they think they're God, which is evidence that they're crazy, but they don't know they're crazy. They think they're sane. And if you are getting a lot of seriously bad reactions, you are getting kicked out of places, you are having lots of cock blockers enter your approaches, it might be time to get a third party to analyze your game, because that would be hampering a lot of your results. If you are having lots of issues with that, well, it's not really a sales thing, but I do recommend that you get some coaching. Now, social awareness, can it be taught? I'm not exactly sure if it can be taught, but if you have an objective third party watching what you are doing, you might start to learn, and you're willing to learn actually, if you're willing to listen to somebody else, their opinions, and you trust their advice and you don't let your ego get in the way, and they can see that what you're doing is, uncalibrated and way too aggressive, and you're willing to listen and adjust, it would skyrocket your results. Because I'd say that I have noticed a lot of the time guys will get results by just being extremely uncalibrated, having zero social awareness, and spamming up and just going really aggressively, approaching an entire table of girls that are eating and interrupting their dinner and doing things that the normal socially aware, or at least empathetic human being that has any sort of social awareness wouldn't do. You will get results by just being that guy that zeroes in on a girl every time you see her, no matter what. But there are consequences to that, and most of those consequences outweigh the benefits, as in getting cancelled having lots of people come after you, making lots of enemies everywhere you go, having security guards remember you when you go back to the mall, having bouncers ban you from clubs, getting in fights in nightclubs, having girls seriously hate you because you're not showing them any respect and abusing them and threatening them, things like that. And I think if you are having any of these warning signs, I recommend that you get some coaching. It doesn't have to be with me. You can probably just get a friend that you trust and ask their honest opinion, because if you're ever getting banned from anywhere, if you find yourself saying that there's lots of cock blockers jumping into your sets, you approach a girl and guys seem to be jumping in and interrupting you and getting in your way, there's a very good chance that you're not socially aware. It means that you're approaching in an uncalibrated way to the point where other guys, security, people working nearby feel the need to step in. Now that's a warning sign, that's a red flag, which says a lot about what you're doing might not be optimal, to say the least. And I like to promote on this channel being very covert, having good solid covert approaches where you approach and you don't blow out the area. You don't have everybody in the vicinity stopping what they're doing to watch what you're doing, because what you're doing is so uncalibrated that you blow out the entire area. That reduces your probability of success, because the girl looks around and sees that 100 people are watching her while you're approaching her. She's less likely to think that she can trust you in any sort of social setting, right? And so having covert approaches, having the ability to approach with onlookers like other men that might be friends of the girl, security guards, people working in customer service in the shops, or bouncers in the nightclub, people behind the bar, friends, etc., without them feeling threatened by your approaches. And if you are making people feel threatened enough that they want to step in, then there's a very good chance that you have low social awareness. And although I haven't had, actually, I have had actually maybe a few students, now I think about it, that have had low social awareness, and I've been able to, they were willing to learn, they listened, and they implemented really well. I had a few students that were extremely low in social awareness, and I taught them how to position themselves in a covert way and how to approach in a covert way so they wouldn't blow out areas. And they started getting some good success. One guy in particular, if you're out there, you know who you're talking about, is killing it at the moment and was low in social awareness, and we actually discussed that actually. So so I would say the real key is your ability to be open to the possibility that you're not socially aware. If you are going in there and you're just blaming the cock blockers and the security guards for banning you everywhere you go, then you're kind of a lost hope, because you think you're right and society is wrong. If you're getting cock blocked everywhere by security guards, I would argue that you're the problem. And that's not the right solution, is to just keep smashing it out, even though the consequences are terrible. So I just wanted to bring that up. If you're seeing those signs, there's a good chance that you need to alter your game. I recommend you try covert, indirect approaches, and at the top of the list is signing up to doing coaching with me. That's the number one way that we can work it through with you. I reckon I'll be able to help you out. Top link in the description. I'll see you in the next video.